to discover the better for the paradigm shift in cancer treatment. Hello, my name is Hoyeon Nam, is the Business Development Director of the VSPharmtech. 大家好, everyone.
你好.
Let me start with why we take radiotherapy as a main business area. Radiotherapy is an important method to fight with cancer. 60% of all cancer patients receive the RT therapy. As one of the three major cancer treatments, it has been used for almost a century. However, it has been continuously evolving. Now, it has become a new battlefield for the big pharmaceutical companies. Top 6 out of 20 companies licensed in or acquisition of the radiopharmaceutical products. In spite of the progress in technology, there are some limitations. Firstly, we have to address the amenities for the patients regarding the efficacy. For some patients who are requiring a potent treatment, combination therapies are inevitable. However, for certain patients can get these treatment options, especially with a poor performance because of toxicity issue. On the other hand, there is a problem of the radiation resistance. Patients who are resistant to the radiotherapy tend to experience the lack of the therapeutic impacts. It means that there are some patients at a high risk of the treatment failure. To overcome the limitations, awakening the potential of radiotherapy is important. It is possible by making tumor cells more sensitive to radiotherapy with the radiosensitizer. VS101 is a promising candidate of the radiosensitizer with mechanism-driven synergy and also low level of toxicity. In 3 points, we believe VS101 can transcend the limits of the radiotherapy. First, we can explain its efficacy in terms of mechanism of action. Second, we found a clue to overcome the radiation resistance. Lastly, we validate its potential to become a new combination regimen, including the radiotherapy. Firstly, we have to understand how radiotherapy kills the tumor cells. In general, RT is known to induce the cancer cells damage in 2 ways. One is DDR activation, directly kill the tumor cells. The another is RS generation. It is indirectly mitigating the cancer cell death. Increased efficacy by the VS101 can be explained in this framework. By inhibition of IAP, VS101 contributes to increased efficacy while indirectly engaging the cancer cell death by enhancing the RS generation. This is a result of the VS101 in the mouse model. This shows the TGI effect and the prolonged survival rate in the head and neck cancer mouse model. Compared to the control radiotherapy alone, the combination therapy shows the increased TGI effects and prolonged survival. The most interesting is here is the VS101 does not work alone. So that's why we call it a radiosensitizer, just not a simple anti-cancer drug. Using this data, we can get an IND approval from the US FDA. Let me change about the themes a little bit to the radiation resistance. IAP, you might know that. IAP is proteins that protect cancer cells to be destroyed by the anti-cancer treatments. There are many subtypes of IAPs. Through the preclinical studies, we found that VS101 inhibit the various subtypes of IAPs. Regarding the resistance to the RT, there are some, I'd like to highlight that the role of the survivin. Survivin is known to a predictive factor to expect the treatment response of the radiotherapy. High expression of survivin means that more likely to be resistant to the RT. Based on these preclinical study of the VS101, we found that the highest synergy was found in the inhibition of the survivin. Considering the another role of the survivin, regulating the DNA PKs, which is related to the inhibition of the DNA damage repair, so it is very interesting finding. I Let's talk about the combination regimen. Combination regimen has been chosen to advance the treatment outcomes. It's very common. But CRT can be used for a certain patients because it has a certain efficacy, but increased toxicity is inevitable. However, on the other hand, there is IRT can be available. IRT research has increased, but its practice has not been fully established because there are unanswered questions such as the limits of the immunosuppression. Considering pros and cons of those approaches, the next combination regimen should have the synergy between therapies and also expecting the advantage in the safety. As a repurposed drug, VS101 can meet these criteria. This is the latest data of our VS101 in the TNBC mouse model. We aim to develop VS101 to be used widely in CCRT settings, so we have run the multiple tests to combine VS101 with the chemotherapy, such as cisplatin, paclitaxel, and so on. So we found that this animal model, the string combination is most effective. However, we found that there is a tendency RT plus VS101 is more effective rather than the RT plus paclitaxel. This study is not designed to compare the VS101 with the paclitaxel. However, considering the benefit of the VS101 in safety, it is more beneficial for patients. We have a big plan here. Our goal is to develop a radiosensitizer for all lines with the solid tumors, regardless of its irradiation types. Repurposing an existing drug is the very first step of pursuing the rapid development. Next step is the complex of radiosensitizer. We have already secured the candidate for the complex and is our bridging the strategy. The last one, and finally, we plan to develop a radiosensitizer with a new molecular entity. This development strategy was validated through the success of the lab limit. BMS, existing as the Celgene, developed thalidomide first in the multiple myeloma by harnessing the drug repurposing. After that, they adjusted their molecule and made Revlimid, which is currently a blockbuster in the multiple myeloma. We can take advantages of the drug development as a Korean biotech company. This is our target indications: head and neck cancers, breast cancers, and glioblastoma. In 2023 and in 2024, we got an IND approval from the US FDA for the phase 2A clinical trials. Now we are preparing for IND submission for the glioblastoma in the US, and we expecting the IND submission will be in 2025. The first human data will be available at the end of this year. A valuation consulting firm estimates that 85% of cancer patients diagnosed with BC and HNC treated by the radiotherapy is eligible for the radiosensitizer. Market share of VS101 is anticipated to be 90% in this market, and its peak sales in 2 indications will be $1 billion. These data were made before the announcement that our competitor announced that the phase 3 clinical trial was suspended. Radiosensitized market is emerging. There are few candidates under development. The first movers are J&J and Merck. And compared to these other competitors, we have certain strengths here. First, we have confirmed that VS101 have a multiple mechanism of actions. And second, as an oral agent, it has benefits in the inconvenience for the patients and physicians, especially compared to the injection types. Last one is the VS101 as a repurposed drug, especially it is tested with only 10% of approved dose of the human being. So we believe VS101 is very safe radiosensitizer. VSPharmtech established in 2018. There are 5 pipelines under development. We have raised $30 million so far. We opened the Series C round to raise $20 million to finance our clinical trials in the US. Since the establishment, there are a lot of achievements we made. Here are a few I'd like to highlight here. And we got 2 IND approvals from the US FDA. Now we are working with the Andes Cancer Center to operate our clinical trials. And last year, Korean government designated us as an outstanding SME R&D company for the last 5 years. And this year, we are honored to be invited to the resident company, the J Labs, the incubation program operated by the J&J. Our leadership team is made admired experts in Korean pharmaceutical industries. Our CEO has extensive experiences in the business area, including the M&A, IPO, fundraising in the public and private pharmaceutical companies and the biotech company. On the other hand, our CSO and CTO has a remarkable track record in the Korean biology research and drug development. Our CTO had 3 cell therapies approval track record, and also he engaged in the cell therapies guideline establishment. Accelerating our drug development of VS101 in 2024, we are seeking for partnership with the multinational pharmaceutical companies. We are seeking for especially the cooperation who are interested in the licensing in oncology asset, especially developed in the novel way targeting the solid tumors. And also we are seeking for the investors who support our financial, who support our business and drug development activities. If you're interested in the Korean biotech company which will lead the next paradigm shift in cancer treatment, let's connect. Thank you for listening.